you doing? Good to see you again. It is the 9th day of June 2020. It's a Tuesday. This is Wake Up Wenatchee Valley. I am Dan Kuntz, your host. Thanks for starting your day with us here on the NCW Life Channel. A gray, rainy morning, and it's going to be gray and rainy most of the day until we get to the late afternoon hours. Complete forecast details are coming up. And then we do a complete 180 tomorrow. We're going to have a huge temperature variation between today's afternoon highs, which will be in the lower 60s, to maybe 80 on Wednesday. As I mentioned this yesterday, we are going to have every kind of weather imaginable during the work week. You know, we had sunny and windy and cooler, and then we got rain, and then it's going to get warm, and then we can see some thunderstorms. It's everywhere. Forecast details are coming up. Got a lot of news to get to as well. Sports. I'm starting to get a little worried about the Major League Baseball season. It is a bit of a concern to me now. Morning Charity, by the way, she's checking in. Yeah, they can't seem to get together and work out a deal where we can get some baseball going here in the not-too-distant future. Starting to concern me. I'm a baseball fan. We'll have some celebrity birthdays to pass along today in history, the obscure holiday. Mike McNaughty's got an opinion. As you know, this week we're spotlighting the class of 2020. We were very, very happy to bring to you over the weekend the commencement exercises for Wenatchee High School, for Eastmont High School, Quincy, Cascade, and Kashmir. We're going to spotlight the valedictorians of Eastmont High School. Each of the valedictorians got to make a short little speech. We're going to air them all in the back half of the hour. It's cool stuff. They had 8 valedictorians in the Eastmont class of 2020. That's pretty impressive. Nicely done. We'll have those in the back half of the hour. Let's take our tour, shall we, and look at our slate gray skies on this special edition of Wake Up Grays Harbor. That's what we're looking at, and that's what we're going to have all day today. Overcast skies and light rain. We're not going to be deluged. Don't go out and build an ark. Not necessary, but everybody's going to get some light rain today, and we need rain. We've mentioned this before. We're in a drought. Even though we had a wetter than normal May, it wasn't that much wetter than normal. We could use some rain, and it is going to come down lightly but consistently all day today as we look at the valley from our cross camera. Look at those low-hanging clouds and fog over the Sunny Slope area near Olney Gardens. That's kind of cool. Looks pretty neat. Anyway, there you go. Yeah, it's a friendly reminder, it's still spring. That's what today is. Mother Nature gets to call the shots, and better her than me. Camera 2. Megan says, let's go see Billy Goat. Looks to be a little clearer up the Billy Goat way, but still, Okanagan County, you're going to get rain too. That's pulled back quite a bit. You can see almost all of Pateros there, Brewster. Can't see Bridgeport, of course. Bridgeport is tucked behind that ridge there. Can't quite make out the Gamble Sands Golf Course, which I have not been to yet this year. A spectacular track. It's so cool to have an unbelievably beautiful golf course like the Gamble Sands Golf Course, and it's just right up the road in Brewster. I love it up there. Good morning to our friends in Okanagan County. Thanks for tuning in. Camera number 3. It's a slow dissolve to, I never can remember the name of this camera. Smalls Home Tower. Thank you, Megan. I don't know where it's at. That's the Columbia River. I think it's on the way to Chelan. I'm pretty sure about it. Ooh, look at the birds. I'm pretty sure it's on the way up to Chelan there. I've never been to that area, so it's kind of nice. And look at those power lines. Just look at those babies all day. One thing I should probably point out, we've seen this before. The transformers on the poles, they collect dust, and then when it rains, the dust can become a conductor of electricity, and then we start having transformers starting to go poop. I think we may have a case of that or two before this day is over. If they have a long dry period and dust and dirt collects in the transformers and then it gets wet, that's what could happen. I wouldn't be surprised if we have a couple of those before this day is over. Camera number 3. I hope it's a place I've been so I can identify it. That looks to be, I'm going to say monitor. Hey, I got one right, the monitor camera. Looking, I'm assuming towards Kashmir to the west. Good morning to our friends in Monitor. By the way, we are the number 7th ranked live local morning show between 7 and 8 o'clock in the greater Monitor area. Our ratings just came in, and it's great to be number 7. We're hoping for 6. We're shooting for 6. Good morning, Monitor. Good to have you on board. That's a cool view. I like that. Camera 4. Are we up to camera 4? I've lost track. Where are we, Megan? That was it. Oh, my. Oh, how you doing? I can't count to 4. Yeah, let's take a look at this slide from the National Weather Service. They'll bail me out. Look at that. Cloudy, rainy, cool. High of only 62. Our normal high this time of the year is 77. We're in for a cool day today. It's going to feel downright balmy for us compared to, say, look at Spokane. They're only going to get to 55. Everybody, all of eastern Washington, the entire inland Northwest for that matter, is going to see cool and rainy conditions today. And then it's going to get a lot warmer Wednesday through Friday. The big concern, especially on Friday, thunderstorms. We have a chance both Thursday and Friday, but a better chance on Friday for a late evening thunderstorm. There's just a lot of instability in the atmosphere, and the weather that's going to be coming in on Thursday and Friday could bring a threat of thunderstorms. So as you know, the impact, we'll know more by this time tomorrow on what the impacts could be. But when you're talking thunderstorms, thunder cells, you got lightning, hail, significant downpours in isolated sections, wind as well. Thunderstorms are really cool as long as they don't affect me. But we live in an area that is a little prone to thunderstorms. It's not like Miami or New Orleans, but still, thunderstorms are thunderstorms. And the one thing we really don't want is lightning, because lightning causes fires, if my science teacher in 9th grade was correct. So we'll keep a close eye on that. Thanks to the National Weather Service, by the way, for providing those slides. At 7 minutes after the hour from Patriot Plumbing, Heating, and Cooling, they give your home a hug. Here we go. Yeah, cloudy, rainy. It says 80%. It's 80%ing right now as we speak. We'll top off at right around 62 degrees. It should be tapering off later on today. Here in the north central Washington area, the rain will be ending late this afternoon. In fact, we could even see some sunshine by, say, 6 or 7 o'clock tonight. Speaking of that, sun came up at 5:04. Sun will go down tonight at 8:57, 15 hours and 53 minutes of daylight. We only hit 68 yesterday. We'll be even cooler than that. 62 degrees, 15 degrees below normal for this time of year. I can't wait to put away the jeans and break out the shorts. I haven't really had a chance to do that much. 52 for the overnight low tonight. As the clouds begin to depart, we will get some patchy fog forming tonight. Then look at that. We turn right around and we're going to be almost 20 degrees warmer on Wednesday. We'll have just a couple of light clouds and some morning fog. It'll burn off rather rapidly. 81, our high on Wednesday. Big, just complete 180. 57 for the overnight low on Wednesday night. Thursday, we're going to warm up under mostly cloudy skies to 82. Could see a late afternoon, early evening thunderstorm on Thursday, but the best chance of a thunderstorm, isolated thunderstorms, of course, is going to be on Friday. It could be a little dicey, even though it's going to be about 4 degrees cooler on Friday for the afternoon high than Thursday. There's a better chance of a thunderstorm. So lots of sunshine Wednesday, warm temperatures. Clouds will be back Thursday and Friday with a continuing chance of light rain. Temperatures in the upper 70s to right around 80. Then another system comes in on Saturday for more showery and cool weather under partly cloudy skies. On Saturday, we'll get to 72. Could see a little bit of rain. 74 on Sunday, 74 on Monday. All of those temperatures are they're just everywhere. 62 to 81 to 82, down to 78, down to 72. Yeah, it's a weather roller coaster. I love roller coasters, but not so much from a weather standpoint. So there you go. We get a little bit of everything this week. And again, the rain today will be consistent light rain pretty much all day. Wouldn't it make sense? I washed the car yesterday. Of course, it's going to rain today. 9 minutes after the hour, the news is 1 minute away. You're watching Wake Up Wenatchee Valley live this morning from Studio 7 in downtown Wenatchee on the NCW Life Channel.
Need a break from reality? Central Washington Water has a showroom full of possibilities, with service and support to keep you soaking and giving you the absolute best ownership experience. Free flow plug-and-go spas for as little as $45 a month. There's a hot tub for everyone at Central Washington Water. Shop screen to screen, in-store, or a backyard consultation with one of our wellness team members. Central Washington Water, your water experts.
When you think of Doghouse Motorsports, you might think of motorcycles, but there's a lot more in this house. How about Honda power equipment? From snowblowers to lawnmowers to generators and even water pumps, Honda is the brand that sets the standards. Perhaps you need an ATV or UTV. The Doghouse has the largest selection anywhere. Did we mention watercraft and snowmobiles? And of course, we have motorcycles too. Back it up with terrific customer service and you have Wenatchee's best motorsports store 5 years running. Isn't it time for you to be in the Doghouse?
11 minutes after the hour on this Tuesday. It's raining lightly. It's cool, 48 degrees. It's going to be rainy and cool all day today with an afternoon high only of about 62, and then we'll be 20 degrees warmer with a lot of sunshine on Wednesday. Here's the news. The Washington State Patrol says a suspected drunk driver crashed his Dodge Avenger at a high rate of speed into a Douglas County fire tender. This happened Sunday night just outside of East Wenatchee. That's a sobering scene indeed. There was a detour on Highway 2 for about 3 hours near Blue Grade Road. The driver of the Dodge, 26-year-old Jose G. Cabarez of Wenatchee, and a passenger were transported to Central Washington Hospital. They had non-life-threatening injuries. Trooper John Bryant with State Patrol said yesterday morning that Cabarez remains in the hospital, but a judge approved a blood draw. He now faces drunken driving charges. He also was driving with a suspended license, according to Trooper Bryant. There were no injuries to the Douglas County Fire District personnel, thank goodness. One of a couple of cranes that's going to be needed to construct the over-the-water work trestle on the new Kashmir Bridge arrived on site last week. The massive crane will also be used in demolition and to erect the girders that arrived on site last week as well. The crane can lift 140 tons, and it has a boom that's 150 feet long. Some demolition of the concrete on the north end of the bridge is expected to begin sometime this week. The West Kashmir Bridge and Goodwin Road, as you might imagine, closed through traffic, but Goodwin Road is open to local traffic, and that means if you're a customer and you want to do business with vendors along Goodwin Road, you can still do so. The East Wenatchee Public Works Department announcing that the Highline Drive and 3rd Street Southeast roundabout, that new roundabout, going to be closed again today. It was closed yesterday. Crews are installing pavement markings and paint and other finishing touches on that new roundabout. So the same two detours will be in place on Rock Island and Grant Roads now as when the project began back in March. The roundabout should be fully open again tomorrow. TWISP Fire Station Captain Jesse Fuller took some spectacular photos, a very artistically inspired photo of a power pole fire late Friday night. This is just outside of TWISP. Look at that, that's cool. Just before midnight, TWISP and Winthrop firefighters responded to the pole fire in the area of 30 Mundy Road. Traffic was blocked until Okanagan County PUD crews could de-energize the lines and put the fire out. Speaking of fire, a 3-day training course on water rescue training was held at the end of May for Chelan County Fire Districts 1 and 2. With more on that training, here's our very own Kyle Montgomery.
25 members of Chelan County Fire District 1 and 2 joined forces in late May for the Swift Water Rescue Technician class, an intensive 3-day course that helps develop and practice water rescue skills. Objectives from the course emphasize development of self-rescue skills, utilizing existing water dynamics, and handling hazards and obstacles. Participants were tasked with setting up technical rope systems, control and water contact rescues, and much more. The course began in the classroom with rescue tech standards, basic river dynamics, hazards, planning rescue, and rope systems. On day 2, the course moved to the Rodeo Hole on the Wenatchee River, where participants tested their river reading skills as well as their swimming skills. The class then proceeded to practice contact rescue skills below the boat ramp at the Kashmir River Park, and on day 3 floated the Wenatchee River while learning more about river dynamics, boating skills, and rescue techniques. Reporting with NCW Life, I'm Kyle Montgomery.
Thank you, Kyle. We appreciate it. Here's hoping those guys got nothing to do all summer long. And finally, can't let the end of the high school season go by without mentioning this. The around the Wenatchee Valley on Saturday night, they went cruising. It was really cool. Seniors from both Wenatchee and Eastmont took to the streets for a graduation cruise. Let's take a look.
Cherry
Wherever we are a year from now in regards to COVID-19, that is a new tradition I could absolutely get behind, having the two local big high schools getting together and cruising the afternoon. That's cool. That's something that needs to continue, no question about it. 17 minutes after the hour, the crew will be at it again. We had a staff meeting yesterday, socially distance-wise. We were all 6 feet apart in a circle, nobody saying kumbaya, so it was a successful meeting, but it was good to see some of my coworkers I haven't seen for a month or two. And we're still putting together a newscast for you because that's what we do around here. With a preview of what you can expect at 5 o'clock, 6 o'clock, and 10 o'clock tonight, the anchor, Grant Olson.
Good morning, Dan. Coming up tonight on the NCW Life Evening News, the latest on the phased reopening of Washington State because of COVID-19. We'll have the latest real estate snapshot from Pacific Appraisal and Associates. I'll have your soggy North Central Washington weather forecast, and from home for the 54th time since the quarantine, Eric Granstrom will have a look at sports. That and all the day's news coming up tonight at 5, 6, and 10 on the NCW Life Evening News. We hope you'll join us then. Dan?
They actually keep track of that. I did not know. We'd love to hear from you, our viewers. Keep them coming. We'd love to hear the feedback. So this is as much your TV station as it is ours. So let us know how we're doing, all right? Drop us a note via Facebook Messenger. Facebook Messenger, give us a thumbs up if you don't mind while you're there. You can also use our website. Go to ncwlife.com, click on the Contact Us icon at the top of the screen. You can either submit a news tip or simply fill out a form. We'll get it here. Or you can email us directly, news@ncwlife.com, news@ncwlife.com. 18 minutes after the hour, talking Seahawks, talking baseball. I want baseball back. And everything else that you're used to for Wake Up in Wenatchee Valley. We'll be back in 1 minute. You watch Wake Up in Wenatchee Valley on the NCW Life channel.
Hi, my name is Manuel Navarro, Chief Operating Officer at Columbia Valley Community Health. Patient safety is our top priority, including providing care that just can't wait. With enhanced safety precautions, we want to ensure you that we're able to continue providing safe and efficient in-person care at our clinic. From in-car check-in, ongoing screening, immediate rooming, your family can get the safe care that they deserve here at Columbia Valley Community Health.
You don't have to be a member to enjoy the view and dine-in style at Highlander Bar and Grill in East Wenatchee. Open 7 days a week, Highlander Grill offers breakfast, lunch, and dinner. Dine in or take it to go, our friendly staff is here to serve you. Reservations recommended for Friday night's prime rib dinner. Call for live music dates. Hi, I'm Shalane, site coordinator for Highlander Grill. Give me a call to schedule your event today.
We're back at 20 minutes after the hour. Let's talk sports. Carlos Hyde, he's ready to challenge for a starting spot come later on this summer with the Seattle Seahawks. He's a running back and a good one. He says he's excited to join a franchise that he's envied while playing for another team in the NFC West.
It's been a place that I've always wanted to play ever since I left San Francisco. Going against the guys for, 4 years of my time being in San Fran. I just seen, how they always ran the ball all the way back to when Marshawn was there, how they was a big running team. The ways they ran the ball, I just felt like, it was, a strength in my game. You see a lot of gun runs. I did a lot of gun runs when I was coming out of college. Did a little bit more with Chip. Did a lot more, this past season with Houston.
Hyde had a good year last year. In fact, he had his best year as a pro. He rushed for 1,070 yards. He was with Houston last year, scored half a dozen touchdowns. He says he's ready for the challenge of joining the talented backfield in Seattle.
It's definitely going to be competition, with Carson and Penny, guys that's already been there, that's already established. So you definitely got to come in and compete. You're trying to come in and take a guy's job that's already been there. Carson, he's been putting up 1,000 yards like it's nothing, each year. So it's definitely, tough coming in and trying to, replace a guy like that. But I'm definitely open to the competition. It's not my first year in the league. I'm going on year 7, so I'm used to competing. it brings out the best in me. So, I'm looking forward to it.
Hyde played his first 4 years in the league with the San Francisco 49ers. He was drafted in 2014 out of Ohio State. And yeah, he played alongside Colin Kaepernick back in 2016 when Kaepernick took a knee to protest racial injustice. With the nation sorting in the wake of George Floyd's death, Hyde says the NFL has an opportunity to make an important move.
I think the NFL gets started by signing Cap back. I think if they sign Cap back, that'll show that they're really trying to move in a different direction. Because Cap was making a statement 4 years ago about what's going on in today's world, and the NFL didn't bother to listen to him then. So I think they should start by doing that.
Carlos, by the way, he had off-season shoulder surgery, had a bumped shoulder, but it's healed. He says he's ready to go. Training camp hopefully will start in Redmond next month in July. The NFL and the Players Union have come out with a game plan to allow franchises a full restart in time for training camps to begin in late July. In Monday's four-part memo to teams, Commissioner Roger Goodell outlined the NFL's protocols focusing on screening, testing, and infection prevention and treatment for COVID-19, including response to new infections. The memo also included instructions on proper facility access, cleaning and disinfecting, physical distancing, hygiene, health education, medical services, food preparation, supplies, team travel. Among the taboos, can't do this. You can't share drink bottles, you can't share towels, and you can't eat meals buffet style. Each team is required to submit a detailed proposal on how they plan to implement the protocols before they'll be allowed to host players and personnel in their facilities. Baseball. Major League Baseball has made a counter proposal to the players. They're trying to get this coronavirus delayed season going. Monday, a proposal of a 76-game regular season was sent to the player representatives. In addition, the plan including expanding the playoffs from 10 teams to 16 teams and would allow players to earn about 75% of their prorated salaries. Now, Major League Baseball's previous proposal, didn't go anywhere. It included a sliding scale of prorated salaries and an 82-game regular season. Now, yesterday's offer also included a drop-dead date. According to a letter obtained by the Associated Press, the league is giving players until Wednesday to answer. Now, in that letter, Deputy Commissioner Dan Hallam wrote, quote, "If the players desire to accept this proposal, we need to reach an agreement by Wednesday," end quote. Hallam said time is of the essence if baseball wants to return by Independence Day and conclude the regular season by the end of September. We shall see, and that is sports. At 25 minutes after the hour, I had 3 different obscure holidays to choose from. Today is National Call Your Doctor Day. Today is National Strawberry Rhubarb Pie Day. I love strawberries. I don't like rhubarb. It's way too tart for me. We're not going with any of that. Today is National Donald Duck Day. Hi, Donald. How are you? Because Donald Duck made his cartoon debut on this day back in 1934, The Wise Little Hen. Donald Duck and Mickey Mouse, however, did not star in a cartoon together until the cartoon Orphans Benefit. And then, of course, there was Daisy Duck and his nephews Huey, Dewey, and Louie. Huey, Dewey, and Louie and Daisy could talk. I still don't understand a thing Donald Duck says. He's grumpy, but he's charming. And that's why Donald Duck has been in more Disney movies than any other Disney character. I didn't know that. I looked this up on the internet, so you know it's true. Yeah, he's been in more Disney movies than any other Disney character. June 9th is National Donald Duck Day, which begs the question, as you look at that, why does Donald Duck wear a shirt but no pants, and Mickey Mouse wears a pants but no shirt? These are the kinds of questions that keep me up late at night. Happy Donald Duck Day. I do a Donald Duck impersonation, but I'd spit all over my computer, and I don't want to do that. 26 minutes after the hour, today in history. Is that in focus, or is that just me? Sorry about that. It's been one of those days. June 9th, 1920, 92 years ago today. Who was the first people to fly across the Pacific Ocean? It wasn't Clyde Pangborn and Hugh Herndon. No, it was Charles Kingsford Smith who completed the very first trans-Pacific flight on that plane, the Southern Cross. Smith and his crew flew from Oakland to Hawaii to Fiji to Queensland, Australia on this date 92 years ago today. By the way, their luggage ended up in Kuala Lumpur. Even back then, they had problems. The very first trans-Pacific flight. You remember, Clyde Pangborn and Hugh Herndon had the first non-stop trans-Pacific flight. But the first ones to actually fly the Pacific, that guy in that plane, which looks out of focus. I hope this is in focus. What's next? This is the 57th anniversary of the very first Sunday night baseball game in Major League history. Now, when there's Major League Baseball, we take Sunday night baseball for granted. It's become a staple on ESPN for decades and decades. But on June 9th, 1963, 57 years ago today, the Houston Colt 45s beat the San Francisco Giants. The final was 3-0 in the very first Sunday night baseball game in the history of Major League Baseball. Before that, there was never Sunday night games. They weren't allowed it, but they did it because it gets really hot in Houston in the summertime. The heat in Houston can be just oppressive, and so they allowed Houston to play night games on Sunday night. And it happened for the very first time on this date 57 years ago today. June 9th, 1972, in the Black Hills of South Dakota, they had a very, very bad day. Severe rainfall, followed by more rain, followed by more rain. The Canyon Lake Dam had a bunch of stuff piled up against it, and the Canyon Lake Dam gave way. The flooding came in the Black Hills of South Dakota. 238 people were killed. 238 people were killed. $160 million in damage. A massive flood in the Black Hills of South Dakota. 238 people. Stunning number. 48 years ago today. 47 years ago today, after winning the Kentucky Derby on May 5th with the fastest Kentucky Derby ever run, and then winning the Preakness Stakes on May 19th with the fastest time ever in the Preakness Stakes, Secretariat attempted to become the first horse in 25 years to win the Triple Crown at the Belmont Stakes. Here we go.
They're on the turn. Its Secretariat is blazing along. The first 3/4 of a mile in 109 4/5. Secretariat is widening now. He is moving like a tremendous machine. Secretariat by 12. Secretariat by 14 lengths on the turn. Sam is dropping back. It looks like they'll catch him today as My Gallant and Vice Prince are both coming up to him now. But Secretariat is all alone. He's out there almost a 16th of a mile away from the rest of the horses. Secretariat is in a position that is impossible to catch. He's into the stretch. Secretariat leads his field by 18 lengths. And now Price of Prince has taken second, and My Gallant has moved back to third. They're in the stretch. Secretariat has opened a 22-length lead. He is going to be the Triple Crown winner. Here comes Secretariat to the wire. An unbelievable, an amazing performance. He hits the finish 25 lengths in front. It's going to be Price of Prince second, My Gallant third, Private Smiles fourth, and Sam, who had it today, dropped back to fifth. An amazing, unbelievable performance by this miracle horse. And look at Mrs. Sweetie. She's having the time of her life. She and Lucian Lauren, who own this most magnificent animal, who has today run the most sensational Belmont Stakes in the history of this race.
That is just incredible video. The final, by the way, was 32 lengths. And you have to remember, these were the best racehorses, the fastest racehorses in America, and they were dominated by Secretariat in the most amazing horse race you will ever see. 5,427 winning tickets were never cashed. The folks kept them as a souvenir. By the way, on a $2 bet for Secretariat to win the Belmont in 1973, you would have won 20 cents. Secretariat winning the Belmont 47 years ago today. And 42 years ago today, June 9th, 1978, after 148 years, the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints said African-American males can become priests. Yeah, they had a specific policy in the Mormon Church. Black men could never become priests. That ended 42 years ago today. Better late than never, I suppose. Birthdays at 31 minutes after the hour. Cole Porter, the great American songbook, born in the state in 1891. Died in 1964 at the age of 73. Love for Sale, Night and Day, Anything Goes, I Get a Kick Out of You. You're the top. You're the Tower of Pisa. You're the smile and the Mona Lisa. Don't fence me in. In the still of the night, Cole Porter. The man was a legend. He could also write songs. Cole Porter, born in the state in 1891. Speaking of incredible musicians, Jackie Wilson, Mr. Excitement. There's nothing I can tell you about Jackie Wilson. Just listen to him. Just listen to Jackie Wilson. Reet Petite, Lonely Teardrops, Your Love Keeps Lifting Me Higher and Higher, To Be Loved. Jackie Wilson had a 4-octave range, and every single performer who saw Jackie Wilson on the stage did this. The guy was amazing. Michael Jackson and Elvis Presley, two people who absolutely took their cues from Jackie Wilson, who was inducted into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame in 1987. He didn't live very long. He died at the age of 49 in 1984, suffered a near fatal heart attack, and spent the last 9 years of his life in a coma. But we love Jackie Wilson, and we miss him. Michael J. Fox is 59 years old today. Of course, Marty McFly in the Back to the Future trilogy was Alex P. Keaton. On Family Ties, Spin City. After Spin City went off the air in 2000, Michael J. Fox essentially retired. He still does some voice work, but he basically wants to concentrate on fighting the Parkinson's disease, which has been ravaging his body for quite some time. We want to wish Michael J. Fox a happy 59th birthday. Also 59 years old today, Aaron Sorkin. When it comes to writing screenplays, they don't get much better than that guy. He wrote A Few Good Men. Of course, The American President, wrote many scripts and produced The West Wing, Charlie Wilson's War, which is a great movie, Social Network. Aaron Sorkin, Academy Award winner, 59 years old today. And for all of you Australian rugby league fans out there, and I know I'm one of them, we can't let this day go by without wishing Boyd Cordner a happy birthday. There's Boyd. Yeah, he's 28 years old today. Again, I know I have a lot of fans, a lot of people who watch this show that follow intensely Australian rugby, and we wanted to wish Boyd a happy birthday. 34 minutes after the hour. Mike McDonough's got an opinion. They're going to hear from a whole bunch of Eastmont students. Their short little valedictorian speeches that we were able to televise for you on Friday night. They had 8 valedictorians for the Eastmont class of 2020, and you're going to hear from them when we come back. You're watching Wake Up Wenatchee Valley on the NCW Life channel.
At Harvest Valley Pest Control, we know you are committed to making your home and business a healthy and pest-free place. Hi, I'm David. Give us a call and we'll give you a firm price over the phone and schedule a time that works for you. We will do an in-depth 30-point healthy home or business inspection and craft a customized plan of action designed specifically for your pest issue. Give us a call or visit our website today.
Is search engine optimization right for my business? Maybe. Studies show the first and second search results get 50% of all the clicks. But you have to fight national chains to get there. If the user has to scroll down to find you, tough luck. You could hide a dead body on page 2 and the whole zombie apocalypse on page 3. Or you could spend less and get an ad in the Impact Big Print phone book, giving local businesses a chance to shine.
Impact Directories. Bigger print, better book.
Coming home should never be a chore. Let Merry Maids of Wenatchee customize all your cleaning needs. Weekly, bi-weekly, special occasion. Do you have a vacation home that needs cleaning? We clean them too. Locally owned and operated, let Merry Maids do the cleaning while you focus on your family and friends. Merry Maids has special offers to fit your budget. Request your free cleaning estimate today. 509-663-1710.
I have a hereditary bone disease from the female side of my family. My bone loss was so significant that you could almost see the roots. I became embarrassed and I started covering my mouth. Eating became very difficult as far as I stopped eating apples, corn on the cob, things that you just eat as it is without utensils. Dr. Divis was my dentist prior to having implants. We talked about traditional dentures or implants, and implants was the only way really that I could go. John Divis and all of his office staff, they checked on me throughout all the processes. I would never go anyplace else. Today I can eat corn on the cob, I can have apples. Thanks to Dr. John Divis and his staff, I have my smile back. I feel more confident. I am me again.
This is John Divis. Let our team help you solve your dental needs.
The world around us is constantly changing. Major employers in North Central Washington have expressed a need for capable, qualified engineering technologists who can think critically and solve problems. And at Wenatchee Valley College, we listened. We are pleased to offer a Bachelor of Applied Science Engineering Technology degree to provide you with a world of new opportunities. Your time is now. The future is waiting for you.
Hey, this is Mike, Mad Dog McNutty, and everybody's entitled to my opinion. Now, you know, this Greta Thunberg, whatever, that young Swedish environmentalist activist who recently scolded the members of the UN. Some folks have been criticizing and making fun of her. Now, supposedly she's young and she doesn't know anything, that kind of thing. Well, as it is, and always has been, it's the job of young people to tell us old people where we've screwed up and where we could have done better. Now, just like we did when we were younger. The hope is that every upcoming generation will do a better job than we did. But the problem is, though, each generation, while improving on some things, they make their own mistakes. Hey, this is Mike Mad Dog McNutty, and everybody's entitled to my opinion.
Bring the whole family up to Stormy Mountain Brewing and local public house in historic downtown Chelan. Applewood smoked brisket, street-style tacos, and our award-winning barbecue rubs and sauces. Our meals pair perfectly with our exciting lineup of craft ales, made right here in Chelan. We've got room for big groups, or give us a call for catering. So grab the kids and check out the fun at Stormy Mountain Brewing and local public house located in the heart of Chelan.
The response that I saw from Works reminded me about what a great company this has always been.
While some businesses have probably just tried to hunker down and survive, Blair and the team at Works have said this is an opportunity to become even better, to give more value to our members. I think it's amazing.
Blair's attitude is safety first.
I just really appreciated feeling like I wasn't forgotten about.
Contractors, furniture makers, and weekend do-it-yourselfers around North Central Washington will tell you that Lombards Hardwood Supply is the place to get what you need. Lombards full millwork shop can handle jobs large or small. Lombards has a full line of interior and exterior doors available, as well as custom barn doors. From alderwood to zebrawood and everything in between, it's Lombards Hardwood Supply on School Street in Sunny Slope. Like us on Facebook and check out our monthly special.
No calories, no sweeteners, all smiles. Bubbly, sparkling water. Crack a smile.
So, I know that none of us planned for graduation to be on a screen, but this is just a perfect example of life showing us that not everything can go our way. Sometimes we get put under undesirable circumstances, and really, we have to make a choice to rise to the occasion or cower away. So I hope all of you watching this at home are making the most of it and realizing not to take anything for granted, even something as simple as seeing your friends or loved ones. Anyways, think of where we started. Lost, confused sophomores wandering the halls of Eastmont High School, learning teachers' names, learning where our new classes are, learning that the room numbers of classes mean basically nothing. I couldn't even tell you how many times my mom complained about getting lost during parent-teacher conferences. Anyways, look how far we've come since that point. Think of sophomore year and how crazy it was at the beginning. We were high schoolers. This dreaded word that we had been hearing for the past 10 years was now reality. I remember my first ever period at Eastmont, walking into Mr. Fenton's room thinking, oh no, this guy is going to be so hardcore. That's what my middle school teachers have told me my whole life, that high school is going to be hard. The class sits down as we anxiously look at each other. Mr. Fenton steps up in front of the class and says, Hey, what's up, guys? My name is Mr. Fenton, and I'm going to be your English teacher. I've got a snack drawer over there by that cabinet and a kettle of hot water in case any of you drink tea or coffee or anything like that, with a huge smile on his face. This was high school, not the awful thing that all the teenagers in movies made it out to be. Instead, it was this. It was a fun time. Sophomore year, our sports programs were picking up, and we were doing great things like taping Mr. Noel to a wall for fundraising or putting our money together to buy Mr. Bones some new sneakers. By the end of the year, we weren't those lost, confused kids wandering the halls anymore. We were ready to be juniors. Now, on to junior year. At this point, we've kind of got it going on. We know where everything is, we know what teachers we like, we know what classes we like, we know that lockers are almost useless. We're now joining clubs and sports that we might not have during sophomore year. It's fun. It's a good time. Although, classes are getting a little harder. Some of us are doing running start. A lot of us are now having to balance school with a job. Everything's a little harder now. Yet, we're still making plenty of memories like seeing Mr. Noel's head get shaved or seeing our sports teams make their way to districts and state. We're no longer wandering the halls wondering where our classes are. We're wondering where our principal, Mr. Noel, is. This is because of his constant shenanigans like slipping a banana peel in Audrey Millard's backpack or accidentally bumping into students just trying to get to their classes. As summer comes around, we just can't wait to be seniors. We only have 1 year left. Senior year. The last year of high school. This is it. We're finally old enough to understand why, when we were sophomores, all the seniors got so mad at us for walking slowly in the halls. It all makes sense. We're the leaders now. We're the ones showing these lost sophomores where their classrooms are on the first day. We're the captains of our sports teams as well as the presidents of our clubs. Every single day, we all just anxiously wait for summer to come. Motivation is dipping as senioritis sets in. We're trudging through even our easiest of classes. Suddenly, introductory painting with Wavra seems almost as challenging as an AP class. We're ready to move on to our next chapter in life. Many of us are applying for colleges, and we're also spending an excruciating amount of time applying for scholarships too. This is where it ends. Sure, we've done a lot of great things in high school, but we're not in high school anymore. So, what's next? What's our future? Well, we're our future. We're the next generation of doctors, lawyers, teachers, and everything in between. Do all of you watching at home understand how much power we have now? We can even call teachers by their first names. Like, now if I see a teacher at the grocery store, there's not a single thing restricting me from saying, "Hey, what's up, Kyle?" Like, what's he gonna do about it? See, life is great. All of us can now choose our own paths, whether that means working, taking a gap year, going to a 2-year college, or going to a 4-year university. We can do what we choose. And as scary as it might sound, I know we're ready for whatever the future may bring us. Thank you, Eastmont.
Eastmont taught me courage. On the surface, that means to be able to face danger in spite of fear, to face obstacles with bravery, to stand up to Noel when he bullies students. Well, actually, that last one doesn't require much bravery. He's a small man. But today, I'd like us to consider courage simply as doing what others won't. Classes are hard and high school isn't easy. I mean, have you seen the binders Mr. Schmouter makes kids carry around? I know Mr. Noel couldn't lift that. And I never knew true fear until I met Mr. Weisbeck, his mustache, and his correcting pen. But being able to work through these hard classes helped shape my character. I learned to have courage when school got difficult, to do the work needed to graduate, and I watched you, my fellow classmates, do the same. The thrill of sports comes only after hours and days spent honing fitness and skill. It takes a special kind of bravery to make yourself suffer now to be better later. I learned to have the courage to run the miles, lift the weights, and put in the time that others wouldn't, and I watched you, my fellow classmates, do the same. Together, we have overcome the challenges of high school through courage. Every moment spent in class, every assignment turned in, every late-night homework session, every meticulous rehearsal, every drop of sweat is a witness that you have the courage to do what others won't, and that's why we are here. As now we look to uncertain futures and unprecedented circumstances, I hope to go forward in courage. I hope to become what others won't dare to be, and I hope all of you, my fellow classmates, will join me and do the same. Thank you.
Pride is what I have learned. And you may have heard before, but pride can be a bit of a double-edged sword. Thankfully, Eastmont taught me the good side of pride. The pride that is the knowledge that I can do what I can do. I'm not sure if speechwriting is one of those things, but here I am. This seems so simple when I say it, but can be so hard to believe. However, we have all done amazing things throughout our schooling. Athletes worked year after year and season after season. Bands, choirs, and drama put all they had into every show. and all the little clubs like my own FBLA who put in extra time to learn and win and go to state in something you just can't find anywhere else. Or even getting help from a teacher to pass that one stupid hard test, and you probably know the one I'm talking about. Be proud of all you have done, because we just overcame the greatest challenge put before us all, to get through school. And we're here. We did it. Thank you.
When I think of Eastmont, I think of the word kindness. Over the past months as we have been in quarantine, what I have missed most about school is the people. I love seeing my classmates each day, who are all so different, yet similar. I love getting to know them better. Throughout my high school career, I have experienced kindness through these relationships in more ways than I can count. I have been blessed with kind teachers who have shown me that they care about their students beyond just academics, with kind coaches who have supported my teammates and me through all our ups and downs, and with kind friends who have been with me through it all. Because of your kindness, I will always treasure the memories we made together. At this time, while we are physically separated, let us remember that there are some things more powerful than a virus. Kindness is one of those things. Even though we will all remember this time for its uniqueness, let us also remember it for the kindness we showed to one another.
Eastmont taught me determination. Determination to try something new and uncomfortable, such as running. Determination to finish the race, focusing on passing one person at a time. By setting goals for myself, I was able to push myself to do things that required adamant dedication. Running is a journey which starts off difficult, but it becomes easier with more effort put into it. Just like running, high school has its difficulties and challenges when starting out, but it becomes easier and more comfortable as you look to the future and try to reach new goals. Some days, though, just trying to keep up with the person in front of you is the best you can ask for. All of us have had at least one teacher who's helped push us to become better people in general. For me, that teacher is Mrs. Robichaud. She taught that determination means focusing on the process rather than the product, something a perfectionist like me struggles to achieve. By doing this, I took more risks as a learner. She inspires me to become a better person every single day. Whenever I needed advice, she was always there and ready to help out. As I look to the future, the advice from my teachers and mentors will inspire me to achieve my highest goal, to become a doctor. Now that's going to take a lot of determination. Thank you.
Eastmont taught me perseverance. Our high school experience has been like driving on a windy road. It took us a while to become comfortable with high school, but teachers, family, and friends helped us. As we drove along, we came to several whys in the road: to get a job or to play a sport like swim and dive, to join a club like Mecha and serve the community, or to practice music. We have also hit potholes in the road, whether it was struggling with a class or COVID-19. Luckily, we have gone the extra mile and worked hard to accomplish our goals. We never gave up. Sometimes in our high school journey, we even hit a straight stretch, like understanding a new math concept or raising enough money for our Make-A-Wish recipient, Rylan. Our football team made state 2 years in a row, and the choir and band practiced so that they hit exactly the right notes, even if we did hear them in the halls every day. We have moved past the bumps in the road because we wanted to know what was beyond the next bend. Thanks to teachers, family, and friends, we have learned to never give up. Now we are at our beautiful destination, graduation, and are ready to embark on our next adventure.
My experience at Eastmont High School taught me how to be an independent adult. I think we can all agree that when we started our freshman year of high school, we were just naive little kids. We have probably grown up so much more in these last 4 years than we have in the whole rest of our lives. We learned how to drive, we made new friends, we started new jobs, we practiced sports, we studied tirelessly for tests, and most importantly, we made new memories. Somewhere along the way, without even realizing it, we became adults. Now, as we move on to the next chapter of our lives, we will carry these experiences and memories with us as a reminder of our time at Eastmont High School. From now on, we will be prepared to face new challenges and to take on whatever life has in store for us as adults. Thank you.
I'd say I wish today was different. I wish I could be with you all in the town Toyota Center, walking in, grabbing our diplomas, and throwing off our caps together, just like we were promised. Everything we have looked forward to since before we could all remember. But when I think about it, sometimes life deals you a hand you don't really have control over, kind of like what we've had these past few months. Sometimes, now more than ever, we can't wish for things. There isn't a genie that's going to grant us 3 wishes, which we can then ask for more wishes, even though I think that's kind of cheating. Rather, we just have to figure out life a little bit faster, working through the adversity that's been thrown at us. I think this is all a good reminder that nothing in life is perfect. Oops, I hope I didn't offend you, Mr. Noel. But heck, this year was pretty close to perfect. And I think this year is a reminder that it's okay to miss things, but it's also okay to move on, right? We had our ups and downs, but looking back on it, we definitely brought it home. Whether it was our sports teams, clubs, or individuals, we found major success. I will always hold on to the memories I have made over the last 4 years. I will always remember how I felt walking through the doors, not once dreading it. I know we might not have all felt that way, but I do hope we're able to thoroughly enjoy high school, especially these 7 months that have taught me a little more than I realized. Usually, I am not grateful for tears, but when I cry because I miss my teachers, my friends, my favorite sports and coaches, and the student life, I am grateful because these tears come because I am missing something that I called my home. Some of us will stay, some of us will leave and return, some of us may never come back, but no matter where your life takes you or where you take your life, remember, class of 2020, and every year to follow, Eastmont will always be home.
Eastmont taught me gratitude. I've learned to be grateful for the big things in my life, but I've also learned to be grateful for the little things. And it's often the little things that we end up being the most grateful for and that end up meaning the most to us. Recently, Eastmont has also taught me to be grateful for a lot of things we would probably never expect to be without, like just being able to go to school at all. I've learned to be grateful for all of the good times in my life, but I've also learned how to be grateful for the hard times, because they make us stronger than we could ever imagine. But most of all, I've learned to be grateful for people. I've learned to be grateful for my friends who have been there with me through everything, to be grateful for my family because they have helped to make me the person I am today, to be grateful for amazing teachers who have guided me throughout the years, and to be grateful to everyone who loves me and who has shown me kindness. I've learned to be grateful for every single one of you because you are all unique and you all matter. I'm grateful for this chance to stand before you and to speak for our class and be part of your last high school moment. I'm grateful to be able to tell you that I love you all, and I'm so proud of you and so excited to see all that you will become. Eastmont taught me to be grateful for everything that I have in my life, big or small, good or bad, and for my friends, family, teachers, and all of you, and just to be grateful for my life. And lastly, I'm grateful to be able to say that Eastmont taught me gratitude.
We know times are a little different right now, but we wanted to let you know that we have you covered. So during this time, you can focus more about the important things in life, like your home, friends, yourself, and your family.
This is the best tea party ever.
If you have family or friends who need guidance through this unique time, please share this valuable information. We want them to be able to enjoy what matters in life.
When you call Dix Heating and Air Conditioning, you get 35 years of experience and customer service in the Wenatchee Valley. Dix friendly staff strongly believe in repairing before replacing and service all major brands of HVAC units. Dix Heating and Air Conditioning is your local, independent, trained comfort specialists, proudly serving all of North Central Washington. Call 884-6444 today.
JDSA Law is a proud sponsor of these local sports broadcasts. They've been serving North Central and Eastern Washington since 1946. For over 70 years, their team of dedicated professionals has delivered quality, innovative legal services. JDSA Law partners with you to provide the finest legal advice and support as you navigate your personal and business challenges, risks, and accomplishments. At JDSA Law, they salute our local athletes and wish them well on another excellent season of competition.
Opioids are now one of the leading causes of injury-related deaths in Washington state. More people die from overdose than from car crashes. Between 2012 and 2016, more than 3,300 lives in Washington were lost to opioid overdose. We are all part of the solution. Your choices matter. If you are prescribed an opioid pain medication, talk with your doctor about other options, and don't share your prescriptions with other people. It starts with you. Learn more at getthefaxrx.com.
And we are back here from Studio 2 in downtown Wenatchee. Before we get to that weather forecast, one more time. By the way, it's cloudy, it's rainy, it's 48 degrees. Get used to that today. We're not going to get real warm. Quick little housekeeping about commencement exercises. I wanted to mention this because we've aired all of the high school commencement exercises. We aired Eastmont and Wenatchee's last Friday night. Then Saturday we had Quincy's, Cascades, and Kashmir's commencement exercises. That's 5 schools down, 1 more to go. We're going to have the West Side High School commencement exercises coming your way this Thursday at 7 o'clock. It was supposed to be in person Thursday at 7 o'clock at the Wenatchee Convention Center. That's where West Side holds their commencement exercises. Of course, that is not to be, but we will be airing their commencement exercises as produced here on the NCW Life channel for you folks of West Side High School. We'll have that for you Thursday at 11 o'clock. And don't forget, for the complete broadcast schedule, because they're going to be rebroadcasting the commencement exercises off and on throughout the course of the rest of this month, just go to our website, ncwlife.com. ncwlife.com, you'll see the Class of 2020 icon. Click on it. You don't have to go. You can just push it or click on it, and it'll give you the complete schedule. All right, let's show you those slides one more time for the National Weather Service. Once again, it's going to be a cool and rainy day today. 62 for our high for the Wenatchee Valley. Not heavy rain, just widespread light rain all day today. It's a pretty slow-moving system. But later on in the day, later on, we're talking late afternoon, early evening. We're talking 5 o'clock, 6 o'clock, maybe even 7 o'clock. We're going to have a little bit of sunshine as the system slowly works its way west to east. But it's going to be pretty cool tomorrow. Wait till you see the high on Wednesday. We're going to go from spring to summer in about 24 hours. That's tomorrow. There's one more slide I want to show you, and that is the risk of thunderstorms, especially, they're told, on Friday. We could get some late afternoon thunderheads building up, those heavy cells of thunderstorms. So, of course, the impacts on thunderstorms, as you know by now, heavy downpours, hail, lightning, wind, it's all possible. The entire swath of eastern Washington is under some threat of thunderstorms. A better chance would be the farther east you go, but we cannot rule out the Wenatchee Valley for a straight thunderstorm. And again, the best chance of a thunderstorm here in the valley proper would be Friday afternoon and Friday evening. We get a little bit of everything weather-wise. Let's go ahead and take a look at that forecast one more time from the National Weather Service. That's not a typo. 62 is all we're going to get to. Our normal high would be 77 degrees. Yeah, cloudy, cool, rainy. As I mentioned before, the rain will be tapering off and the clouds will be departing as the day progresses. By late this afternoon, we could even see some sunshine. So we might warm up a little bit past that 62. I don't think so. 52 for the overnight low, and then we turn right around and we'll be almost 20 degrees warmer for our afternoon high on Wednesday with a high of 81 degrees. Clouds return with mild temperatures on Thursday and Friday. And again, Friday afternoon, a chance of rain, maybe even mixed with a thunderstorm. There's just a lot of instability in the atmosphere, just like there's instability between my two ears. And then a fairly cool weekend. And that's it for Wake Up Wenatchee Valley. We hope to see you tomorrow. Until then, take care. Bye-bye.